Hello. How are you doing? I hope this video can make you do a little bit better. This video is a little different. I have to do a voiceover for this one. I'll explain why in the description. But I figured that this could be a fun time to try some ear to ear talking here and there. And also to maybe chat to you guys a little bit about my accent. I've been getting questions about my accent, and the thing is that in order for me to talk about my accent, I need to talk a little bit about South Africa, which is where I live. So, in South Africa, we have 11 different languages spoken amongst people who live here. So not everyone speaks 11 languages, but there are 11 different home languages for different people. And we also have a diversity of cultures and traditions and just way of life. It's a very diverse country. So I think that oftentimes people don't really know what the South African accent sounds like. And I often get told that I have an Irish accent, which I don't agree with, or German or Dutch. And I even get told I don't have a South African accent, and that I have an American accent. And I think just where the confusion comes in is there's so many different ways that South Africans speak, and it depends on a few different factors. I'll tell you about those now. I just want to show you this tool that I'm currently using. It's this little fan, but it's actually a toy with some of the Trolls movie. It's a Trolls movie toy, but it makes a really nice sound. I'll do the sound for you. But so I think there's a few different things that can play a role in what your accent sounds like in South Africa. Keep in mind that for a lot of South Africans, English is not our first language. So for example, my first language is Afrikaans. But for many others, it can be something like Xhosa or Zulu or any of the other 11 languages. And that will of course influence the way that we speak English, and also the accents tend to differ depending on the region you live in. The same way in the United States, how someone who lives in New York, would speak differently than someone who lives in Texas. So it's kind of the same in South Africa. The different regions, people pronounce things a bit differently. So all of that to say that the way we speak English can be diverse, because we are a diverse nation. And I just thought I would tell you guys about this. It's kind of like if you look at the UK as well, not everyone speaks the same. So I thought I would just clarify that a little bit. I'm not sure what people expect a South African accent to sound like. Although I must say I was very surprised when I was in Dubai in 2018. In Dubai. When I would speak, then people would sometimes ask me if I'm from South Africa, and I would be so surprised that they could pick that up from my accent. And I also think that it's different when you listen to someone speaking in an ASMR voice versus normally. Because we speak kind of soft-spoken, and also you speak into a camera and a microphone, so it's not quite the same as if I was just having a casual conversation in real life. So I hope you find that interesting. I just thought I would share a little bit about at least how I see the accent in South Africa, and just a bit of background about the country and the languages spoken in South Africa. Okay, I think we can do some fun sounds now. I have this little lip scrub item. I think it sounds pretty cool. You can try it on you. I am so excited for us to finally be in December. This is my favorite time of the year. It just feels different than the other months. It feels more hopeful and magical. That's really nice. I also apologize if my audio hasn't been consistent lately in terms of the way I record with mic positionings and the way I edit the audio. I've just been trying to find the best way to make my videos sound as good as possible. and it's very strong. And if I'm driving on the highway and the wind is so strong, I try to slow down because it feels like the wind might knock my car off the road. But in a month or two, the wind will calm down and it'll be very, very hot. A little bit too hot. But then, for about 3 or 4 months, there will be much less wind, and it will be the perfect amount of warm. So not too hot and not too much wind. And then it's just perfect. It's exactly the way you would want it. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to remind you guys that if you are dealing with any stress or burnout at the moment, try and do something just a tiny, tiny bit out of your comfort zone. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but sometimes when we feel stressed or tired, you just want to do nothing when you rest. But now and then, it helps to actually just push yourself a little bit and just go outside, talk to people, get in the sun, or feel the wind on your face. Just step outside, and it sometimes helps soothe your anxiety and just refuel you instead of recharging you. I think that is just as important to do as self-care and sleep and rest. It's also so important to just now and then do the things that make us a little uncomfortable. And also the things we enjoy but we think we are too tired for. It helps sometimes to just push through and do them, and then somehow, magically, you feel so much more energized. So I hope you enjoyed this slightly different style video. I'll see you again in just a few days with a normal video. Have an amazing night, my wonderful friend. I love you so very much.